Hey, what's up, everybody? Jason Turner here. I want to talk about credit today and how it applies to VA loans. So, the common misconception out there is that there are minimum credit requirements to even qualify for a VA loan. And the reality is, there's no credit requirement per the VA handbook, meaning any credit requirement that you see out there is lender specific. So, lenders may have a minimum that they'll go down to, right? So some might have 640, 600, 580, but the reality is that there are no minimum requirements that the VA requires, basically. So what that means is there are lenders out there who will do loans at lower FICO scores than other lenders out there may. So when you're told that you don't qualify, that means you don't qualify with that specific lender. So depending on what your credit score is, you may want to go and see if you can find another option with another lender to see if you can qualify with them, and just ask them, hey, what's your minimum credit score? Mine is XYZ. Will this work for you or not? And see what they say. A lot of times shopping around can be advantageous, especially when trying to qualify and especially when talking about interest rates. That really brings me to the other part of it. So when talking about credit, obviously we want the highest credit score that we can, right? The highest credit score is going to give us the best interest rate and of course save us the most money in the long term. So it literally pays to have the best credit score that you can. So paying your bills on time can certainly, save you a lot of money in the long run. Let's say you don't have a great credit score. Let's say, it could be under 600. Let's say, for example, those lenders out there that will do that as well, and that's totally fine. That's totally doable. The key in those type of situations is that because lenders look at loans in like two separate underwriting formats. One is called an automated underwriting format, which basically means that your information is ran through a software system that will approve or deny your loan, depending on the scenario. Now, when it's denied, I say denied, but it's not really denied. It's down. It's called downgraded to a manual underwrite. And what a manual underwrite is essentially an underwriter taking a more scrutinous look at the credit profile from the credit score, but more importantly, the payment history on the credit report itself. So you want to really try to pay all of your bills that are on that credit report on time for at least 12 months. So if you have 12 months of on-time payments, that's going to be the requirement for a manual underwrite to get approved by an underwriter. So if you don't get the automated approval and you have to go the manual route, which is highly likely with the lower credit scores, then that means you're going to be in good shape with those 12 on-time payments. Now, what else can help? Of course, you can talk about available assets, right? If you have assets, in your bank account, that's going to be beneficial. But you definitely want to have those 12 on-time payments. Now, you may be asking me, well, Jason, my credit score online says it's a 680, but I go and talk to a lender and they say it's 580. What's the difference? Well, there's different scoring models based on what you're qualifying for, whether it's a car, a house, a credit card, and there's different scoring models out there and different companies as well. So most people are familiar with the FICO score, right? That's the Fair Isaac company that creates the credit scores out there. And then there's the Vantage scoring model, which is a lot more popular these days, used by a lot of companies that show credit scores online and can be more favorable as far as the credit score goes. Now, FICO 10 is what mortgage companies use specifically. So if you can find the FICO 10 score out there on a consumer-facing website, then you can use that and figure out what it is. If you're looking for what you qualify for and want to do some due diligence before you even talk to a lender, that's what you need to look for. Now, you can pull a free credit report. You can go to annualcreditreport.com. And annualcreditreport.com will give you your payment history. So definitely check those sources out and see if they can help you out. Talk to a lender and see what you can qualify for. But more importantly, know what your credit score is, and then see who can help you out. Obviously, if you have a great credit score, most lenders can help you out. But if you have a lower credit score, it's not going to be the case. So anyway, my name is Jason Turner. I really hope this helps. If you have any questions, please let us know. Take care.